Hello and welcome to another episode of the Daily Breakthrough. I am your host, Kwame Kuadey. Today, I want to talk about will. And I listened to a podcast episode recently with a gentleman called Rich Roll, Roll. You should check him out. He has about 1 million followers on YouTube, and his podcast is one of the top podcasts out there. And I listened to him recently, and he was talking about addiction and what forces people or compels addicts to finally make a change. So he was discussing will and the fact that willingness to do something is something that is self generated and it's not something that can be imposed from the outside. So the whole point he was trying to make was that if you have somebody that is suffering addiction, until they reach the bottom, the real bottom, where the pain of what they're going through, is less, is the pain, the suffering that they're going through, because they are suffering, they've been suffering for a long time. But it has to get to a point where what they are going through, the pain that they're experiencing, is greater than the fear of the change that they know they have to make. That is when they're going to get the will to change or to begin on that journey of change. And for me, that was something that I have been thinking about for a long time regarding my own work with entrepreneurs, because what I do is help entrepreneurs take adversity and turn it into an advantage. And I deal with people who are experiencing business downturns. So I've been studying the whole thing behind why do businesses fail? What are the characteristics of businesses that struggle? What happens to get a business to a point where they all of a sudden we're doing well and then the wheel starts coming off? And so I've been thinking about how can you avoid that? What are the things you can do to avoid that? And what I came to was that in my own experience with myself, it is only during tough moments, tough seasons, that I am able to stretch myself and do the very hard things that would take me not only beyond what I'm feeling right now, the suffering I'm going through, but to take me to the next level. And the biggest potential that I've achieved, the biggest breakthroughs that I've had, the biggest things I've been able to accomplish have come from those moments of pain, extreme pain, where I could not take it anymore and I'm willing to do the hard things that are required. And mind you, most of this time and almost always, the thing that I do or have to do, I've always known, but I've been avoiding it. So during moments of adversity, extreme pain, I'm able to get the will to do the things that I know I should have been doing, or the things I know would take my business to the next level. So this idea of willingness being self-generated was really important to me to hear, because it crystallized something that I've known even for myself. So that is why I strongly believe that you need to lean into adversity. That's why my whole mission is about helping entrepreneurs turn adversity into advantage, because I believe strongly to my core that in every adversity, there is a lesson, there is an opportunity, if only we will grab it. And that rather than being afraid of the discomfort that comes with adversity, we should actually embrace it, because it's during those times when there is so much pressure, financial or whatever it is, where time is of the essence, where you feel your world collapsing if you don't do something. That is when we birth out the best things possible within a very short period of time, when we could never have done that when things were good, because we did not have the motivation, the pressure. So lean into that pressure that comes with adversity. Lean into the discomfort that comes with adversity. Lean into the pain that comes with adversity and use that as fuel to do something and move yourself to a more sustainable path. And recognize the moment you're going through, that is a moment of opportunity. This is not happening to you, it is happening for you. And so embrace it and take advantage of it. So for me, listening to those words about willingness crystallize what I've always known to be true, that you can turn adversity into an advantage because there is opportunity in adversity. There are lessons in adversity that if we take them and run with them, we can create beautiful things that we could never have imagined we could do if it wasn't the pressure and discomfort that came with that challenge. So that is what I wanted to talk about today. So check out Rich Raw on YouTube. Amazing story, amazing personal story. And I mean, if you are in your mid 40s like I am, his story will inspire you to greatness, because if he could change his life and turn it around, and he had everything going for him, he just was dealing with a lot. And if he could turn it around at mid 40s and build such an amazing and go on such an amazing journey, you too can do that. And I know I can, and I will. So until the next episode, know that you can do hard things. You really can. And so don't give up and keep pushing forward.